Today we'll be looking at what's going on with Sonya Deville, Alexa's mask comments, Stephanie McMahon, and more. Don't forget to check out the WWCC Shorts channel for daily short videos related to wrestling as well. Let's start things off with Sonya Deville losing it, because this is one of the small storylines that could turn out to play a bigger role in the future. So ever since returning to WWE, Sonya Deville has been working aside WWE official Adam Pearce. The information surrounding Sonya Deville's return and current position wasn't explained in detail. We still don't know why she was brought back to WWE after coming up short in the Loser Leaves WWE SummerSlam match. We don't know why she became a backstage official rather than continuing her in-ring career, and we don't know what's her official role right now. It's safe to assume that she's just shadowing Adam Pearce and just working as his assistant for the time being. As far as Sonya's backstory for returning but not getting back in the ring, maybe her character could be on some sort of probation, and this is what she has to go through before getting back in the ring. A story like that could work. Sonya Deville didn't say or do much during her first few weeks as the assistant. There was even a few weeks that she went missing from SmackDown that made fans think that maybe WWE dropped the story. But Sonya has returned once again, and it seems like we could be going somewhere with this story arc for Sonya. The first big indicator for that came from the WrestleMania Smackdown episode. Adam Pearce is shown talking with Sonya Deville, but it looks like they no longer see eye to eye on everything. Sonya Deville loses it mostly over the WrestleMania main event. Adam Pearce is fine with the triple threat match at WrestleMania, but Sonya Deville seems to be on Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, and Edge's side. She believes that the main event of WrestleMania should not include Daniel Bryan, and she storms out of the office. So, just a quick segment there, but this could have a heavy impact on SmackDown in the future. It's obvious that Sonya Deville is starting to break away from Adam Pearce and think for herself. So, does this mean Sonya will take over the general manager role and fully kick out Adam Pearce from power? It's a possibility. It's something that we've been discussing ever since Sonya Deville arrived in this new role. It seems like it was only a matter of time before Sonya rose to power and tossed out Adam Pearce. Now, this is being recorded before WrestleMania, so not sure what happened yet with Sonya Deville at WrestleMania, but telling by the moment on SmackDown, it looked like Sonya was going to make a last-second push to get Daniel Bryan out of the match. Maybe this is the first big incident that makes Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville go their complete separate ways from working with each other. But how could Sonya Deville get all the power? Well, Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman definitely have to appreciate that Sonya Deville is seeing things their way. We know Heyman and Reigns have a lot of connections and strings that they can pull. So what if they thank Sonya Deville for her way of thinking by trying to get her promoted and get rid of Adam Pearce? Adam Pearce has caused nothing but frustration and disgust to Roman Reigns. So Roman would be eager for him to be replaced with Sonya Deville, someone who seems to be on the same page as him. So that could definitely come into play. If that does happen, what will that mean for Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville? Well, maybe this is a way to reintroduce the general manager role again. The general manager role is technically not around, but it's basically still being portrayed by Adam Pearce. So maybe this whole mess causes a situation where Sonya Deville takes over SmackDown and Adam Pearce takes care of Raw. That could work as well. Sonya Deville has only been shadowing Adam Pearce on SmackDown. She hasn't appeared on Raw, so maybe she'll only take over SmackDown. Either way, it's something very interesting to keep an eye on. We'll see what happens next for Sonya Deville. Alexa Bliss has been taking part in a lot of interviews this week, and they've all been really interesting because she's providing more details and context to some of the things going on with her character. Alexa Bliss appeared on the Battleground podcast this week and discussed everything from the rumors of her new mask, where she gets character inspiration from, and so much more. Alexa Bliss had this to say when addressing the mask rumor. Honestly, I don't know. Everything we find out, we kind of find out the morning of. As of now, no. I have some really cool makeup plans, but a mask, I'm not so sure about. So there's some confirmation from Alexa that they may continue to see some sort of different makeup looks on her face, but a mask doesn't seem to be in the plans right now, at least for the time being. Alexa also talked about inspirations for her character portrayal. She had this to say: "I've actually taken some inspiration from the movie Us, where the tethered people walk a certain way. I did that in a match with Asuka when I was ducking and dodging and everything like that. I more so take inspiration from mannerisms than actual movies." So just some more great insight there from Alexa Bliss. Everyone obviously jumps to Harley Quinn as one of Alexa's inspirations, but it looks like Alexa is definitely diving deeper and seeing what else she can use from all types of Hollywood films. And that's absolutely perfect. Like Alexa said in another interview this week, The Fiend and Alexa Bliss's story has no boundaries or limits. It's a supernatural story where anything pretty much goes. So Bray and Alexa can afford to borrow all these sort of different things from Hollywood and bring it into their WWE storyline that has basically become similar to a horror movie. That's what makes them so unique and special from the rest of the roster. Alexa and Bray don't even have to wrestle every week to stay relevant or continue their feuds. Their storyline and characters are so unique that they can carry on a story outside of the ring in so many different ways. Plus, you combine that with a dedication to borrow different ideas from Hollywood and so many other places, and it's easy to notice why they have the best character work. So it was nice to get even more comments like that from Alexa Bliss, and we'll see where this storyline goes next. Stephanie McMahon was recently a guest on the Bill Simmons podcast to promote WrestleMania 37, and the topic of AEW came up. Stephanie McMahon commented on having competition and even having Jon Moxley's exit from WWE. She had this to say: "It's not that we never had a competitor. We just look at everything as competitive. Anything that's competing for eyeballs and attention is a competitor. We're all competing against each other. But in terms of a direct wrestling competitor, I think hopefully it's going to make you a better company. It's going to make you re-examine everything that you do and do it to the best of your capability. I think that it's always a good thing. It can make you better and stronger." Stephanie then addressed Jon Moxley's departure from the WWE and had this to say: "In his particular case, he was leaving anyway, and I do believe that was a mutual decision, though I wasn't a part of those conversations. His case is a little bit different, but I remember back when it was WCW and the Monday Night Wars, and our talent were getting stripped away and showing up on their show. I think it taught us a lot about business. Handshake deals don't necessarily matter at the end of the day. You need to have contracts. You need to do business differently." And everything Stephanie McMahon touched on here is true. WWE sees everything that's trying to capture eyes as a competitor for them. She even believes that wrestling competition is great because it really keeps them motivated to stay on top of their game. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.